We got so many topics to dive deep into, you guys. Superman Legacy versus the Fantastic Four at the box office in 2025. We got a fresh look at Joker 2. Midnight Suns film is apparently in the works at Marvel Studios. Who could be directing? And of course, the Fantastic Four set as a period piece in the 60s. Let's talk about it right now. What is going on, moviegoers? If you're new to the channel, my name is Christian. Welcome to SeaWorld Productions. You guys, I want to give a quick shout out to all of my subscribers and my brand new subscribers. My recent trailer reactions have been doing really good. If you're new to the channel, I am so happy that you guys took the consideration to subscribing to the channel. It means the world to me. I work incredibly hard on the channel to give you guys content damn near every day. I'm excited. This week has been massive. Deadpool trailer. Then we got the Fantastic Four casting announcement. And then we got the X-Men 97 trailer. Us Marvel fans are eating real good. Like, we eating hella good. Finger looking good. It's been a wonderful week, you guys. But we got some interesting topics to dive deep into. Some really good ones. Just like how Superman Legacy and Fantastic Four will now open in the same month. 2 weeks apart. This is going to be interesting. Now, look, you guys. As a fan of Marvel and a fan of what James Gunn has done in the MCU, I am ecstatic about what he has in store for the DCU. Especially with Superman Legacy being the first film in his brand new rebooted franchise. But it's going to be very interesting to see what happens at the box office come next year in July. I'm going to be honest with you. Superman films don't necessarily do overly over the top at the box office. They just don't. And one can argue saying the Fantastic Four films don't do well as well. Man of Steel, I think, made $600 million? You know, the studio took that as it didn't do well. But if your film makes $600 million, to me, in my eyes, that's a good amount of money. I'm pretty sure, they've made some kind of profit back. But then there's this whole talk online of how apparently Kevin Feige's relationship with James Gunn isn't good. And that Kevin Feige did this on purpose to, kind of put a halt in the DCU. I'm like, I don't believe that. I think that James Gunn and Kevin Feige do have a good relationship. I mean, Kevin Feige even visited James Gunn on the set of the Suicide Squad. So I would have put that to rest. I don't think that's true whatsoever, but it's going to be interesting to see what does happen or what studio decides to move their film, because that is huge. One of those films is going to take a hit at the box office, and I have a feeling it's going to be Legacy, and I don't want that. I'm going to look, regardless of the matter, I'm probably going to see both of those movies multiple times in the theater, no matter what, because I'm excited for both. I'm excited to see David Corenswet as Superman in the DCU. I'm excited to see Marvel's first family, Pedro Pascal, as Reed Richards in the MCU. So I'll be there no matter what. But then, you do have the toxic side of the fandoms. You got to pick and choose. You can't watch both. Bull crap. You guys can watch whatever you want, whenever you want, as long as you love it and you adore it. But I'm excited. Very excited. And I also wanted to talk about how the recent Fantastic Four casting came out yesterday, right? And there was a whole nice little poster that they released as well. And there's a lot of speculation on when will this film take place. Now, I know that if you zoom in, right, you can see Ben Grimm reading the Time magazine. I believe it's Time or Life. Time or Life. One of those magazines. And, it's slated for 1963. So they're like, well, it's a period piece. It's going to be set in the 60s. We don't know anything for sure. But Doctor Strange did mention it in the Multiverse of Madness, saying, hey, didn't you guys chart in the 60s? Now, I knew that was going to be a reference. I knew that was going to be reference for a particular time frame for Marvel's Fantastic Four. I am completely fine with that. I am all right with that, you guys. I'm just excited to see Marvel's first family within the MCU. There's so many great elements I want to see. I want to see Reed's greatest failure, and that's not being able to transform his best friend, Ben Grimm, back to human form. I want to see him struggle. I want to see the emotionality of Ben Grimm as the Thing, struggling, becoming the Thing. I really want to see those elements. I want to see the relationships. I want to see Johnny Storm and Susan Storm. There are so many great aspects to get excited for the Fantastic Four. It is going to be so intriguing. And who knows? Who knows? Spider-Man can even show up if they decide to go back to the main timeline within the MCU, right? It's their, like, it starts off as a period piece or whatever. They're stuck in the negative zone, and they're in the 60s or whatever. And then they come back and it's like, whoa, 2024, you know what I mean? It could possibly happen, you guys. There's so many different things that they can do with this particular film. And just like with the Avengers Tower, we're still waiting. Who bought the Avengers Tower? Was it, is it the Baxter Building? Is it Oscorp? Those are questions that fans want answered. We've been saying this shit since forever. Since what? Age of Ultron, right? Since they relocated? We've been saying that who bought the Avengers Tower? Who bought the Avengers Tower? So it's just been bugging me. And there's a possibility of even seeing the Council of Reeds. That would be so awesome to see. We're dealing with the multiverse, you guys. We're in the multiverse saga right now. So to see Pedro Pascal as Reed, to see, oh my God, what's his name? From the Fan Force Stick, see him come back as Reed. And the original earlier 2000 films of the Fantastic Four, and then seeing John Krasinski, that would be trippy. But that would be a huge moment to see the Council of Reeds, you guys. That would be super, super cool. I'm excited, man. I'm really, really pumped to see where they take the Fantastic Four, you guys. It's going to be so cool just to see all their power sets and things of that nature. I am just extremely overly hyped for the Fantastic Four within the MCU, you guys. But a really interesting report coming from Daniel RPK. This one is big, you guys. Huge, massive. So apparently a Midnight Suns film is in the works at Marvel Studios. And Marvel is looking for Michael Giacchino to direct it. Michael Giacchino did a wonderful job with Werewolf by Night, the supernatural character in the MCU. Loved it. Introduction to Man-Thing, Elsa Bloodstone, absolutely incredible. But with the Midnight Suns, I feel like you gotta go hard R. If Blade is gonna be R-rated and Deadpool and Wolverine are gonna be R-rated, why not make these supernatural characters R-rated in a Midnight Suns movie? Michael Giacchino would be the perfect. Look, I don't know if you guys have seen behind the scenes, the special features for Werewolf by Night, but the passion and love that Michael Giacchino has for his craft was so fascinating to me. It was one of my favorite things on Disney Plus. If you guys haven't seen it, check it out. It is so wonderful. It is a sight to see a creator just love what he does from day one and seeing his dreams come true. It is truly astonishing, you guys. But like I said, you got to lean into the R rating. You got to lean into the horror elements. You're dealing with the supernatural characters. But who would be on this particular team? Well, there's a list of characters they can pull from. You have Blade, you have Ghost Rider, you have Brother Voodoo, who they've yet to introduce. You have Moon Knight, Elsa Bloodstone, Man-Thing, Wong, Morbius, Werewolf by Night. Look, I'm saying, if you can snag Jared Leto's Morbius from Sony and do it right and put him in actual prosthetics and actually give him a great character, a well-written character for Midnight Suns in the MCU, down. Blade and Morbius interacting, down. Mahershala Ali and Jared Leto, down. That would be so dope. Because I feel like if they do want to do Morbius, why not just ask Jared Leto to come over? Sony and Disney, their relationship is good. They're still, have that relationship with Spider-Man. So why not ask hey, can we borrow this character for a Midnight Suns possibly? That would be awesome, you guys. But all in all, I'm excited for a Midnight Suns project. I've been wanting one for the longest time, you guys. We have closer looks at Joker 2, you guys. Follow you do. I believe that's how you say the title. But, Todd Phillips, the director, took to his social media on Valentine's Day to share some beloved photos of Joker and Harley Quinn. Now, I'm excited, but releasing it yesterday during the Fantastic Four, casting announcement was a bad idea. I don't think Joker even trended. I don't think anybody even cared about that yesterday. And I was like, oh, that's really unfortunate because I am still looking forward to Joker. Follow you do, because I loved the first Joker. It was so good. Loved it so much. Probably in my top 10 comic book films of all time. But this is interesting. So Lawrence Shear says that Joker 2 isn't a musical per se. It just has music in it. The music is a part of the film and the characters, but I don't know if it's a musical. Interesting. That was one of my big hesitations going into the sequel for Joker. I didn't like the idea of it being a musical because it's so drastically different from the first movie. So drastically different. First movie, very emotional, dealt with social issues, and then to jump into a musical is very different. But you have Lady Gaga, you got to utilize her to the best of your ability. She's an amazing artist, and she's actually an incredible actor as well. So I was like, okay, I can understand them trying to do something different from the first movie. You strike gold with the first movie, you need to figure something out for the second film. And Todd Phillips also confirmed a trailer date, or at least a teaser for the film. He said it's going to be dropping mid-April, which is right around the corner, and I'm fine with that, and I'm excited about it. I can't wait for Joker Folie to do, you guys. Like I said, Joaquin Phoenix was incredible as Arthur Fleck, a.k.a. Joker. Really, really good. And to close out the video, you guys, look, Deadpool 3, Deadpool and Wolverine crushed it. The most views on a trailer in the first 24 hours. Beating out Spider-Man No Way Home. Beating out Endgame's teaser trailer and Endgame's final trailer. Deadpool and Wolverine had 365 million, ranking at number 1. No Way Home had 355 million. Number 2, Endgame's teaser, 289 million. And Endgame, the final trailer, $268 million. Million views. If this doesn't tell you that Deadpool's going to make close to, to $2 billion, I don't know what to tell you. No Way Home almost made $2 billion. Endgame made $2 billion. Deadpool and Wolverine is arguably going to be the biggest box office draw of 2024. And that's facts, you guys. That is the facts. And I can't wait. I'm excited about it. I am so pumped to see Wolverine and Deadpool, to see this multiverse storyline. I am just the legacy characters of the X-Men from the earlier 2000s, my childhood. I am so overly ecstatic about what this film has to offer in the MCU, guys. It is going to make so much money. And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm probably going to watch Deadpool and Wolverine multiple times. Got the AMC A-list, y'all. I got it back. I canceled it, but I got it back because I was like, man, if I'm going to go see Madam Web for $20, I might as well resubscribe to my membership. Because, $20 for a movie, you're paying $24 for 3 movies a week. Make it make sense at the end of the day, you guys. Make it make sense. But there you guys have it. That's today's video. Let me know what you thought about the topics. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are taking well in care of yourself mentally, that being physically. Post your comments down below, you guys. Let's have a discussion about the topics. And thank you for taking time out of your day for watching SeaWorld Productions. Peace.